No? I hear myself now. I'll repeat some of that, okay? Again, my name is Ryan Biller. I'm a high school principal. I get the privilege of being the principal of these fine seniors. We're going to recognize our seniors tonight. 2023, our seniors, they've accomplished so many things. Tonight we're going to have several things that we mention, we talk about, we celebrate outstanding achievements, awards, and also scholarships for their future education. We'll also be awarding, and this is kind of a fun time for me because I'm directly involved with it, our McBain Rural Agricultural School Foundation has over $88,000 worth of scholarships to give our students, only our McBain High School students. We also have, by the generosity of Earl and Viola Meekoff and that fund, amount of $5,000 to also give out as well. What's interesting is you see through the scroll reel before tonight, all the accomplishments, at least that we are aware of in our offices. Mrs. Riley St. John, our college and career advisor, as well as thank you goes out to Megan Watkins, our school counselor, have put together all of those things that we are aware of that our students have already been recognized for. So before we get going with too much tonight, I'd like us all to just quickly rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Test. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic by which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take the moment right now just to recognize our tech department, Dylan Rodenbaugh, Jacob Maley, and Cole Engelwright. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that and being right on top of things. We have first-class productions around here because of them, so quickly thank you for that. In this evening's program, we're going to start off with our Career Tech Center through the Wexford-Missaukee ISD. Our Career Tech has some awards to give out tonight, and on behalf of them, Mrs. Amy Solani is here to represent them.
All right, well, thank you. I am Amy Solani. I am the Educational Careers Instructor from the Career Tech Center, and I am here to hand out the Career Tech Center awards and scholarships. And I'm going to start with honor cords. The following students have earned honor cords by maintaining an A- or better throughout their first 3 quarters of their senior year. And I have quite the list, so to kind of move it along, if you can just hold your applause till I get them all up here and get them their cords, and then we can give them a round of applause. So, starting first, I have Isaac Bass with Heavy Equipment Technology. Elijah Baker, Applied Construction Technology. Caleb Bierns, Heavy Equipment Technology. Kyle Culp, Educational Careers. Savannah Gunnarsson, Agri-Science and Natural Resource. Sydney Hooker, Health Science Careers. Carly Hoover, Building Business and Marketing. Judah Leonard, Applied Construction Technology. Brianna Platts, Metal Fab and Welding. J.C. Schoner, Educational Careers. Emmett Schroeder, Manufacturing Technology. Aaron Van Brocklin, Health Science Careers. Vanessa Venema, Health Science Careers. And Brianna Wilhelm, Educational Careers. So if we can please give them a round of applause. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, next up is Student of the Year. So I would like to recognize the following individual for the Student of the Year honors. Each year, a student is selected from each one of our programs. That student represents the best the program has to offer. These students represent high academic standards, consistent attendance, and outstanding work ethic. And so this student definitely earned that and went above and beyond this year, and she happens to be my Student of the Year, which is why I get to be here tonight presenting, and that is JC Schonert for Educational Careers. And then thank you for so much for the help. The last one, do you mind one more? Oh, yep. Sorry, help, it will just move it a little bit. I have National Technical Honor Society, so they get the certificate, the medal, and all three. Yes, they get all three. Okay, so the following students are members of the National Technical Honor Society, and the members of this prestigious group must complete a minimum of 1 semester at CTC with a B+ or better, and they must be in good standing at their local school here with a B or better, and must complete 3 hours of community service per semester. So please join me in recognizing Savannah Gunnarsson, Agri-Science and Natural Resource, Sydney Hooker, Health Science Careers, Emmett Schroeder, Manufacturing Technology, and Aaron Van Brocklin, Health Science Careers. Okay, please give me a round of applause. Okay. They get to leave with lots of decorations today. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we are going to move on to scholarships. And for the first scholarship, I am going to have Mr. Dennis Heiser come and join me. And he is going to present the Lions Club Scholarship.
Okay, this scholarship is presented from the Lions Club of Cadillac, and we do a fundraiser every year, a medallion hunt that we do at the beginning of the year, or July, the first week in July. And this is how we raise the money for the scholarships. We're giving out 5 $1,000 scholarships throughout the CTC school area. And tonight, we have one for one of the students here in McBain. And we'd like to announce our sponsors who make all this happen. And that's the SRM Concrete, Borg Warner, Cadillac Casting, Dockside Inn, Avon Protection Systems, Rexair, Cogen Technology Solutions, and Fox Motors of Cadillac. Also, for the medallion hunt, Emmy's Closet gives us the $300 that we give to the prize winner for the medallion hunt. So, this year's scholarship goes to J.C. Schroner.
And thank you for coming to present that to her directly. Okay, so now I'm going to go through the rest of our scholarship earners here. The first one is going to be the Michael Shepanek Memorial Scholarship, and those are $500 scholarships. Michael Shepanek was a husband, a father, a grandfather, and a great-grandfather, and a memorial scholarship was created in his name to help further educational goals of young people. He strongly believed in taking every opportunity to learn, grow, and achieve your goals. He is honored to be able to contribute to your future success. So please join me in recognizing, and we'll have him come up here for the round of applause, Megan Bentham from Health Science Careers, Sydney Hooker, Health Science Careers, and Aaron Van Brocklin, Health Science Careers. Okay, next up we have the Alex Memorial Alex Harrison Memorial Scholarship, which is an $1,000 scholarship. Alex Harrison Memorial Scholarship is awarding to a deserving CTC student who represents, above all else, kindness. The recipient shows compassion for fellow students, demonstrates leadership in working towards what is right, and promotes dignity and respect for all. So please join me in this year's recipient, Brianna Wilhelm Educational Careers. Next, we have the Wexford Misaki Professional Federation Scholarship, which is a $500 scholarship, and that is the Wexford Misaki Professional Federation, which is our local teachers association for the professional staff at the WMISD. Every year, the WMPF gives one $500 scholarship to an eligible student from one of 7 Wexford Misaki districts. The criteria is a graduating senior from a school in our districts, must be sponsored by a WMPF member, must be accepted to the post-secondary institution. The recipient will be chosen based on GPA, test scores, extracurriculars, community service, financial need, and a letter of recommendation and an essay of intent. This year, we had 7 applicants, but we are awarding 1 tonight here from McBain, which is Sydney Hooker, Health Science Careers. Okay, next up I have the Dwayne Ellenbeth Scholarships, and we are fortunate to have Dwayne's partnership and investment in students at the Career Tech Center, as well as I know he is very much a part of McBain as well. So I'm going to be giving the CTC students who earned his scholarships here. So it was made possible by an annual donation from him to our center. And I'm going to read a little blurb that hopefully I don't repeat what he says in a little bit, but it's a little blurb that he has from his speech prior. The self-described little Dutch boy from Lucas who took the long way around to reach his ultimate success. His motto is posted on a banner that's in our entryway at the Career Tech Center that reads, "The harder you work, the luckier you get." This is the message Dwayne would like to pass along to these fine students who represent commitment to academic excellence and continued education. So please join me in recognizing Kyle Culp, Educational Careers, and Emmett Schroeder, Manufacturing Technology. And I forgot to add, those are $3,000 scholarships that they will redeem at the end of their first year. Okay, last but not least, I know I've been up here a while, so thank you for bearing with me. CTC scholarships, which are $1,000 scholarships, and the following students are recipients of this CTC Technical Center Scholarship. All the funds awarded through this scholarship are generated through the annual CTC golf outing that we hold each year, and that receives donations and sponsorships from many of our local area businesses, schools, and individuals. The scholarship represents our community's continued commitment to the Career Tech Ed and the future of our students. So please join me in recognizing Savannah Gunnarsson, Agri-Science, Addison Naderhood, Metal Fab and Welding, and Brianna Platts, Metal Fab and Welding. Okay, and that is all I have, but I can see so far, if you've noticed, it takes a village to make these scholarships possible for all of these students. So the rest that you receive tonight, I hope you realize how many people invest in your future, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much for traveling over tonight, Mrs. Solani, and also Mr. Heiser. Thank you for also coming over and recognizing our students. Next, we'll have our senior scholars. This is an award given to our top 10 students. Our senior scholars continue to be recognized now in place of the traditional valedictorian and salutatorian. Senior scholars are selected on a basis of both their SAT score and their grade point average. A combination of these two scores then creates a numerical ranking The top 10 seniors in this year's graduating class will be honored as tonight's senior scholar. They will be wearing then a gold medallion at graduation that I will issue them tonight, signifying their achievement as a senior scholar. Senior scholars, this is your time to be recognized. Please come forward when you hear your name. Joseph Gandolfi. Savannah Gunnarsson. Sydney Hooker. Cora McLean. J.C. Schoner. Emmett Schroeder. And the following four students finished also with a 4.0 GPA. Annika Bass. Caitlin Butzine. Morgan DeRuyter. And Annalise Ferdine. Round of applause for our top 10. Excellent. You guys can be seated. Thank you. Okay, next on the docket is our Highland Conference Scholar Athlete. Mr. Mulder sends his apologies. He's not able to make it tonight due to a conflict, and so I get the esteemed pleasure of recognizing these two students. For those that don't know, on our Highland Conference, for Scholar Athlete, there's some criteria to be qualified for. And so I'm going to read off some of these things and some notes from Mr. Mulder for the two recipients. So the criteria award in our conference scholarship is each school in the Highland is asked to select one male and one female representative. The graduate must have a 3.5 grade point average or higher and participate in at least 2 sports for their as a senior. This year's recipients are Ms. Annalise Ferdine and Mr. Calvin McGillis. Come on up, guys. Okay, quickly, I just wanted to kind of been talked about. Mr. Mulder has listed some things for Annalise Ferdine, a GPA of 4.0, participating in volleyball, basketball, and track. She's been named MVP of her team in all 3 of these sports. She's also a member of NHS, choir, band, class officer, and a senior scholar. She holds 3 school records for volleyball and career assists, aces in a season, and career aces, and also was a setter on the volleyball team that reached the semifinal. Future plans are to attend North Central Michigan College in Petoskey to be the setter on their volleyball team. So congratulations, Annalise. Calvin McGillis, a GPA of 3.76. He's the sports he participated in his senior years are football, basketball, and golf. He was also All-State for football, and he's an ultimate team guy, is what Mr. Mulder says. He was the glue that held our team together. Whatever we needed to be done, he did it. And so teams do not succeed without team members like Calvin and all of the teams that he participated on with his hard work. This is a hard thing to replace. Future plans, starting his electrician apprenticeship, and his hobbies include hunting and fishing as well. Congratulations, Calvin. Mr. Mueller also wanted to add the process when selecting the award. We ask our coaches to think of someone who they would like to nominate that have those intangibles that aren't always recognized in sports, kids that do the right thing even when you're not looking. And in return, this person will be recognized at an assembly next week. But for our seniors tonight, we have a few of our staff members here to present those awards. And we're going to start with Mrs. Hamlet, who's here for tonight.
All right. I truly have 15 seniors this year that are worthy of this award. However, I have one that needs to be affirmed by this award. Trenton, when you were a freshman English student, I really did not think you would make it to this evening. As a junior, you academically did assignments that even surprised you. I started to see you change after academics. I started to see you charge after academics as you witnessed success. As a senior, you have become respectful, insightful, and a very honest young man. I appreciate your transparency during our discussions, and especially about our last one about fearing the future. You never should have talked to me about that because it quite has not left my mind. So guess what? Seniors, you have one more life lesson. Yes, it's for Trenton, but it's for all of you as well. I can't get through one without crying, you know this. Accept the journey. Some journeys are our choice and some are not. I'm quite certain that the end result is not as important as the actual journey. Yes, there are bumps, turns, and major switchbacks. But that is where we learn about ourselves, both the positive and the negative. If we do not take this journey, you will not be challenged to see and change the aspects of yourself that you don't like. If you do not take the journey, you may miss out on meeting these magical companions that are going to come alongside of you and support your quest. If you do not take the journey, you will not get the experience of a supernatural power of being that is going to come alongside of you and help you fight. The journey pattern tells us that trials come in 3. And while we have to walk that path, we cannot do it on our own power. We have to rely on a higher power other than ourselves. The end lesson or theme of every journey story is this: fear is a liar. Fear, the monster in the story, wants you to believe that you are alone and isolated. How could you possibly defeat this monster? As you walk, you will get stronger. New people will enlighten you and encourage you, and a higher power will surround you. Trenton, we will not quit. The end may look different than we expected, but we will walk into the journey, and we will become better for it. Walk boldly with fury. Remember, fear is a liar, and accept confidence, and accept this venture that lies ahead of you. I believe in you. I do. So Trenton, come on up. One day you're going to read this book.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Trenton, I think they want you to stand up here until they're all.
My name is Jill Neverth, and I'm presenting the award for the highlighters tonight. So the Senior Leadership Award that is selected from the highlighters, this student has shown dedication, dependability, and leadership. She has been a leader in her section for several years, and the last two specifically, she has really knocked it out of the park as far as choreography and leadership and creating choreography and teaching the choreography to the rest of the choir and leading. And so this award tonight goes to Gabrielle Verberkmos. So you can tell your grandma from Edna. Okay? Yes, pictures.
Hello. Okay, so I want to share a story from Sir Ken Robinson. The story is about a little girl in a drawing lesson, and the little girl doesn't always pay attention in class, but in this lesson, she's deeply engaged and incredibly focused. And the teacher walks over to her and asks, "What are you drawing?" She says, "A picture of God." And the teacher says, "But nobody knows what God looks like." And the little girl says, "Well, they will in a minute." So this brings me to my point, because I think this story is perfect for where we need to focus creativity and not discredit it, because I think it's going to be a very valuable tool in the future. And both of these two students have a vast supply of tools in their toolbox. And getting to know them over the course of 6 years, you get kind of attached. And I'm proud to give my 2 Student of the Year awards to Lauren Gildy and Joseph Gandolfi. So thank you so much. I'm just going to I wish you all the success.
Hello. So I'm not going to wait till the end because she'll know in the first 2 words who it is. So my student of the year for AP Calculus is JC Schonert. So JC came to me last spring all upset because she couldn't take AP Calc and AP Lit because she was in the teacher prep program for CTC, and that had to be in the morning so she could be in band, because band was more important than AP Calc and AP Lit. And I said, "That's okay, sign up, we'll make it work." So in addition to being in my room for a bit every morning after reading the announcements, and before she went to work with Mrs. Brinks and Mrs. O'Malley every morning in the elementary school, she was in my room, and then she was in my room most of 4th hour, and all of 5th hour, and all of 6th hour, doing independent study, online, AP Lit, and AP Calc. And then she went to band. So needless to say, we've spent lots of quality time together this year. So even though eventually she decided that she'd want to teach the littles instead of the bigs, and she doesn't need or really even like calculus, she did a great job this year in calculus. So.
Good evening. I got 2 awards to present to you. The first one is going to be from Mr. Copeman. Many of you may not realize that he retired last year, and he said that he couldn't make it tonight because he had to get the Bob Evans for the early bird special because it really gets hectic there on Meatloaf night. So, as we do the awards, we usually like to open up with a joke, so this joke is dedicated to them. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They are both parasites. From Mr. Coleman, good evening. This year's Advanced Shop Award goes to a student who has always motivated and focused when they come to class. Over the years, they built multiple quality projects that include multiple nightstands, an entertainment center with barn doors, and an oak dresser with 5 drawers and more. They were polite and willing to help others when asked. This year's award goes to Annika Bass. All right, now it's my turn. First, I thought my dryer was causing my clothes to shrink. It turned out to be the refrigerator all along. When I choose my student of the year, I usually pick a student who excels in 2 different disciplines I teach, mathematics and broadcasting. This student came to me with a vision for a new dimension in our broadcasting class, that was photography. She was given a brand new camera and very little instruction because I knew nothing about this field. But through her personal drive, instinct, and research, she developed quite an eye for making great pictures. She has a fantastic picture of Ben Rodenball sequence making a dunk. After her experiences this year, she's actually going to pursue studies at Mid-Michigan in wildlife media. Please give a round of applause to Emma Overman. And I present to you the Senior Students of the Year. You guys can have a seat, thank you. All right, let's give out some money. Unfortunately, I was given 4 awards to give out, so I do have 4 jokes for you. No matter how many times I try and memorize the alphabet, I can only remember 25 letters. I just don't know why. Every year, the Michigan Education Association gives money back to the community. They offer a $500 scholarship to children of current members of the association. Tonight, as a proud member of the MEA, it is my privilege to award Annalise Verdeen with an MEA scholarship. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Murphy.
Good evening. My name is Mr. Murphy, Sean Murphy. I'm the high school health and history teacher. I'm also the National Honor Society advisor. And I've only been here half as long as Gary, so I only have half as many jokes. Anybody know why there's no koalas here tonight? They did not have the qualifications. So in addition to being a terrible comedian, I am also the advisor of McBain National Honor Society. Tonight, we're going to recognize a group of NHS seniors who have gone above and beyond in one of the pillars of the National Honor Society, which is service. Every year, our NHS hosts blood drives, and in order to provide blood donations to local hospitals and patients that are in need throughout the state of Michigan. NHS members can earn hours of service either by donating blood themselves, which many of them do, working blood drives, or by recruiting donors to come in and donate for them. The following students that I'm going to read off, I would just ask that you come and stand up here. They have earned at least 30 hours of service over the course of the last 2 years. Those students are Megan Bentham, Caitlin Butzine, Morgan DeRuyter, Annalise Fredine, Savannah Gunnarsson, Sydney Hooker, Nathan Meekoff, Addison Naderhood, Emma Overman, Braylon Pace, and Emmett Schroeder. Each of these students will be receiving an honor cord as well as a certificate for their service. In addition, we also have 3 other students who have served as blood drive coordinators. Their job is to run the blood drives that we have every year, and combined, the 3 of them have put in over 200 hours of combined service for donations, and have helped this NHS chapter contribute to bring in more than 400 donors over the last 2 years and saving potentially up to 1,500 lives. These students will be receiving the distinct red honor cord, and those students are Annika Bass, Haley Bunning, and Lily Sullivan. Can we please give them another round of applause? Thank you. You can be seated. I also have the honor of being the McBain PTO president. So we have a scholarship award there and another joke. I actually had the opportunity to go golfing with Gary before our event tonight. And while we were out there, I saw 10 rabbits that were all marching backwards. And I said, Gary, you know what that is? A receding hairline. I know you can't wait for this to get over. So, since we know that I will never make it as a comedian, it is my honor this evening to present the award of the McBain PTO to a deserving senior. This $1,000 award is given to a senior applicant that demonstrates volunteer service throughout school, activities, church, and community. This desire to help others must be apparent in their application, along with strong academics and character reference. And this year's PTO scholarship recipient is Sydney Hooker. And next, I will present Mrs. Danny Utek with the scholarship.
I don't have any jokes. Sorry. Okay, I'll make up a joke. What is the vertical axis? Because I asked. Okay. It's hilarious every year in geometry, and then they think it's not funny anymore. Okay, so I'm a member of the Merritt Butterfield United Methodist Church. I'm not on the scholarship committee, but I was told by Mrs. Emery to present the award tonight. So if any of you know Mrs. Emery, you know why I'm here tonight. And the scholarship recipients are Caitlin Butzine and Gabby Verbrugmos. Hang on. Your mom wants a picture, so you can yell there so we can do this for me. Your mom can have a nice picture. If I'm behind there, I get in trouble.
Well, just want to let you know, me and my wife have been talking, and she thinks I need to start doing lunges to stay in shape. For me, that would be a big step forward. The Centralis Scholarship from Central Michigan University. The Centralis Scholarship Competition is Central Michigan University's top competitive award and based on the two levels, providing the recipient with either full tuition or a full ride scholarship. Cora McLean has received the highest level, the Centralis Scholarship Award. This includes admission to the CMU Honor Program. She gets full tuition, fees, room and board for 4 years, and a $5,000 Study Away Award. Cora, it is my privilege, as a former Chippewa myself, to present you the Centralis Scholar Award Certificate. We hope the certificate will serve you as a reminder for all that you can accomplish and a symbol of the endless possibility awaiting for you in your college career in the honors program at Central Michigan University. Fire up, Chips. And now, Ms. Kelly O'Keefe.
I feel the need to introduce myself because I'm not really part of the high school crew, but you guys all know me. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Kelly O'Keefe. I teach 6th and 7th grade math in the middle school here. I will save you from any more terrible dad jokes, and I'll just do my introduction. I'm here tonight to recognize one of our outstanding graduates on behalf of my alma mater, the University of Michigan, Mr. Emmett Schroeder. So Emmett, would you just come up here while we recognize you, please? Thank you. That's right, give a round of applause. This young man has been a dedicated, high-achieving student for as long as I've known him, even as an 11-year-old in 6th grade. And for his hard work, he is being awarded the High Achieving Involved Leader Scholarship, otherwise known as the HAIL Scholarship. This is a full tuition scholarship for all 4 years at the University of Michigan. It is equal to $71,144 over the course of those 4 years, and it is awarded to just approximately 1% of the incoming freshman class. So it is a huge accomplishment. The university is also awarding Emmett the Michigan Alumni Scholarship, which will reward him $2,500 per year for a total of $10,000 over the course of his 4 years there. Allowing myself to speak on behalf of alum worldwide, I cannot think of a better use for this money than to support graduates such as Emmett. Emmett, congratulations on being one of the leaders and best. And as we like to say at the University of Michigan, wherever you go blue. Thank you. Congratulations. Let's have Mr. Biller come back out here and introduce our next speaker.
Thank you, Ms. O'Keefe. You're here, all right. Mr. Chris Pellerito from Mid-Michigan College is here to take over and also mention our Laker Distinction Scholarship, along with a former alum, Taylor Bentham.
I brought somebody better.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Don't drive fast. Chris Pellerito, Mid-Michigan College. My privilege to be up here with the class of 2022 grad, and maybe more importantly tonight, congrats to you, class of 23. It's good stuff. I'm going to make this brief. I do want to give Taylor a moment as well. I get the privilege of working with a lot of high schools, their families, the communities, their principals, their counselors. There is something special about McBain kids. I'm not making that up because I'm standing here tonight. I've had the privilege of a few McBain. Taylor to share a little bit more about that because she earned it last year. What do you want to share? Okay. She's articulate too. Hold that. Okay. Just to make sure you're clear, beginning in November, they endeavor to go after this scholarship. It has multiple layers and levels, ultimately culminates with an interview process. During the course of all of it, people kept coming back to, wow, Sydney. Wow, Sydney. Wow, who is this hooker girl? Man, wow. I got tired of hearing it, frankly, but it's okay. She earned every penny of this full ride scholarship, and I can't wait to see her flourish at Mid-Michigan College. And it is a 2-year full ride scholarship, giving her a monstrous head start in college. And I know she's going to do great things with that and great things with life. Sydney Hooker. Face out there and act like we're smiling. Click. I don't know if anyone's got one. For real, congrats. You know you're invited on June 7th. Okay. Yes.
So this scholarship has been such a blessing to me as I've continued on my journey, and I'm beyond excited that Sydney was able to achieve the same scholarship, and I just hope it blesses her in as many ways as she continues on her journey, just like it did to me. So congratulations, Sid.
Thank you, Ms. Pellerito and Taylor. Appreciate your time tonight, stopping by and recognizing. Okay, onward with our program. I just, moving along, let me get some things settled here. I do need to take a drink of my water. I said it here earlier, I apologize. And I don't have dad jokes like Mr. Vanna or Mr. Murphy, I apologize. Okay. First up, we have some scholarships to give out to our seniors, and so I'm going to run through these fairly quickly. Once I say your name, guys, if you would like to step forward, please, kind of at the front of the black here where it meets the wood, that would be appreciative for each of the scholarships together, okay? The first one that we're going to offer tonight and give out is the Earl and Viola Meekoff Scholarship. This fund was created by a generous gift from the Meekoff family in 2002. This charitable trust is an endowment that will provide scholarship opportunities for future years. This year's, the following students will be the recipient of the scholarship. And before I announce this, again, the Earl and Viola and also the Meekoff, or the foundation scholarships, they do have an application process. So the kids that would like those scholarships do have an application process that they do enter. So this year's Earl and Viola scholarship winners are for $3,000, Addison Niederhud. For $1,000, Trenton Nolan. And $1,000, Spencer Reed. And I don't see Spence tonight. He's unfortunately not with us. But congratulations, guys. Do this right. Addie, you're first. Congratulations. No, you're good now. You guys did it. Trenton, this is yours. Congratulations. Okay, next we're going to go into presenting our foundation scholarships. I just want to take a moment and recognize our board, our people that work behind the scenes. There's a lot of people that are so benevolent and so giving to our students. These are scholarships for just our kids. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of that and listen to all the history and the stories that come along with several of the families that have donated and generously in perpetuity continue to give for our kids to have a future and have a leg up when they go to their next future in terms of college or career skill trades. It's a lot of different things our kids are going and doing, so they need that little extra help. And so we're so grateful for them and our scholarship program. I do want to make sure that we send a thank you to them. The first scholarship that we're going to be representing here tonight is a $3,000 scholarship. It's called the Daniel Bachman Scholarship. The Daniel Bachman Scholarship was initiated in 2007. It was first awarded in 2008 following the retirement of Superintendent Bachman. Mr. Bachman worked in the field of education for 38 years as a teacher, principal, and superintendent in 2 districts. He served as the superintendent of McBain Public Schools between the time of 1996 and 2007. He's a Colorado high school graduate, and post-secondary schools include Bob Jones University, Eastern Michigan University, and Western Michigan University. Recipients should be students having exemplary character, qualities, and moral standards. Illustrations of these qualities include honesty, integrity, good work ethic, selflessness, respect for others, and positive mental attitude. The recipients should have a reputation of academic performance at the highest possible level for their personal giftedness. And the winner tonight for a $3,000 scholarship for the Daniel Bachman is Annalise Verdeen. Congratulations. Next on our list is the Roger Bazine and Sons Scholarship for $2,000. This scholarship was established in 2021 and is funded by Roger Bazine and Sons. Roger and his wife May have been lifelong residents of McBain area and supporters of the McBain school system. Their 2 sons, Bob and Jerry, both graduated from McBain High School. This scholarship is designated for those students interested in furthering their education in diesel hydraulics technology, engine and machine maintenance and repair, or engine, mechanic, welding, skill trades, or other related curriculum. This scholarship is offered to students who are entering a certificate program, trade school, or college of any kind in these areas. The winner of tonight's $2,000 scholarship is Isaac Boss. Congratulations. Next is a new scholarship to our foundation, the Betty Bell Memorial Scholarship. There are 2 $1,000 scholarships being given here. This new scholarship is 2 parts. It's established in 2023 by the Bell family in honor and memory of Betty Bell, a lifelong resident of McBain and MHS graduate of 1968. Betty dedicated over 30 years to McBain School as part of the custodial staff. She was a proud supporter of the school and the community. She was passionate about the importance of education and exemplified hard work, pride, and dedication to serving others. In addition to her work at the school, Betty also worked as a local cosmetologist, taking care of her clients in her home salon. She was also a housekeeper taking care of the local McBain hotel. She had a saying, quote, "Don't wait for someone else to do it when you can just do it yourself." After retirement, she assisted Matt and Daniela in caring for their daughter, Michaela, a MHS graduate of 2022. Betty enjoyed going to every sporting event, band and choir concert that the school hosted. Upon her passing, Betty put in writing her desire to support education. Therefore, this first scholarship for $1,000 is created to assist a student who has exemplified a strong work ethic, participate in community service, and has a desire to continue to serve others regardless of their field of study. The second scholarship is in honor of Betty's fight against cancer. Matt and Daniela and Michaela wish to award a student who is pursuing a career in health sciences or the medical field. If no qualified applicants plan to pursue these career fields, then a scholarship may be awarded to a qualifying student pursuing a career in a different field. The winners for tonight, each $1,000, Annika Boss and J.C. Schoner. The next scholarship is the Robert M. Boma Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. The scholarship fund was established in 2011 by the Boma family to honor the family of Robert Boma. Bob graduated from Hope College and began a career in industrial engineer. He returned to college to earn a teaching certificate in 1972 and taught in the McBain School District for 15 years. Bob's focus was sixth grade math as well as the school safety patrol program. Bob's positive and friendly personality endeared him to students and the faculty. He retired to Florida in 1987 and spent summers in the Cadillac area. It is preferred that this scholarship be awarded to students with a career goal of teaching. If no qualified applicants plan to pursue the career, then the scholarship may be awarded to someone else pursuing a career in a different field. This evening, though, the winner of tonight's Bauman Scholarship for $1,000 is Brianna Wilhelm. Next up, the Ellen Boss Scholarship for $3,000. We have 12 of these to give out. This fund, which was established in 2002, is one of the initial MRASF funds. Dwayne was born in Cadillac, moved to Lucas at a young age, attending Lucas Elementary School through sixth grade, and then attending McBain Public School and graduating in 1950. After a tour in the Navy, he graduated from Ferris State College with a BS in business. Dwayne owned a very successful business headquartered in Grand Rapids, which he ran for many years before retiring in the Cadillac area. Dwayne has a strong desire to help kids and has dedicated much of his time in his retirement years to finding ways to help kids. The winners for tonight, and if you guys would please just kind of line up real quick by the top of the black here. I'll go through these relatively quickly. Caitlin Buttsy, Morgan DeRuyter, Joseph Gandolfi, Lauren Gildy, Callie Hooker, Sydney Hooker, Carly Hoover, Nathan Meekoff, Emma Overman, J.C. Schoner, Aaron Van Brocklin, and Gabrielle Verberkbos. Congratulations. Hold on. Moving to our next scholarship, the Gary J. Ellenboss Scholarship for $1,000. Gary J. Ellenboss is honored to grant this scholarship, which is funded in perpetuity and is open to all fields of study. Mr. Ellenboss began his education in a one-room schoolhouse in Lucas, Michigan. After 4 years in the one-room schoolhouse, he continued schooling in McBain, Michigan, and eventually graduated from McBain High School in 1964. He then continued his education, receiving a bachelor's degree from Michigan State University and a master's degree from Central Michigan University. He taught junior high school science for Cadillac Public Schools for 10 years, and in 1980, he made a career change from education to the residential building for the next 27. This scholarship is given in memory of his wife, Karen Ellenboss, who passed away in 2012. Mrs. Ellenboss was an excellent student, graduating valedictorian from Cadillac High School in 1966. She held bachelor's and master's degree from Central Michigan University, and she was a high school business teacher at Cadillac High School and retired after 32 years of service. This year's $1,000 scholarship for the Gary J. Ellenboss is Lily Sullivan. Next, we have our Gears Family Scholarship for $1,000. The scholarship was established in 2022 and is funded by Craig and Ann Gears. Craig graduated in 1985 and is a proud third-generation Rambler. Grandfather Ben Gears graduated in 1937. Father Bernard Gears graduated in 1959, and brother Carl Gears graduated in 1983. The Gears family has been a proud member of our McBain community since 1907, when Harm Gears arrived from Germany. Craig graduated from Grand Valley State University with a bachelor's degree in business and would prefer the scholarship to be awarded to students in the field of business or education. If no qualified applicants on either of these fields, then it may be the discretion of the selection committee to award to another student pursuing a different field. A scholarship is funded in perpetuity, and the winner of this $1,000 scholarship in Gears family is Emma Kirkby. Next, we have the Rich and Till Herwire Family Agricultural Scholarship. It's a $1,500 scholarship. This fund was established in 2010 in honor of Rich and Till Herwire family. Rich, a 1941 McBain High School graduate and school bus driver for 42 years, and his wife Till were dairy farmers and strong supporters of the school. This scholarship is to be awarded to an MHS graduate who is furthering his or her education in an agriculturally related curriculum. Applicable courses of study may include, but are not limited to, dairy science, animal husbandry, crop and soil science, agricultural business management, agri-science, food safety, horticulture, agricultural technology, herbicide and pesticide technology, forestry, conservation, fisheries and wildlife, and natural resource management, as well as veterinary medicine. If there are any graduates applying for the scholarship or not pursuing this agricultural school, then it will not be given out that year, okay? But this year we do have a winner that is heading in this area, and that is Savannah Gunnarsson. Next up, we have the Hookwater Scholarship, our $3,000 scholarship. There are 8 of these, 8 $3,000 scholarships. This fund was established in 2018. Jerry Hookwater was raised on a dairy farm near McBain and graduated from McBain High School in 1965. He served in the Army, which included a Vietnam deployment. After his military service, he attended Ferris State College before graduating then from Michigan State University with a bachelor's degree in civil and structural engineering. Jerry worked in the engineering and construction industry for 34 years, first designing and later managing the design and construction of various projects throughout the United States, as well as abroad, before retiring in the Cadillac area. We have 8 students. Please come up on the line here with the black for the $3,000 scholarship each. Annika Boss, Megan Bentham, Kyle Culp, Brooke Doolittle, Savannah Gunnarsson, Braylon Pace, Lindy Vandervluck, and Sarah Welt. The next scholarship is the Kathy McAuliffe Scholarship for $1,000. Kathy McAuliffe Scholarship Fund was established in 2019 by family and friends in honor of Kathy McAuliffe. Kathy graduated from Central Michigan University, go Chips, with a teaching certificate in 1975 and received a master's degree from Clarion State University in 1982. She taught special education students in Pennsylvania for 10 years and then also taught in McBain High School for over 30 years. The preference is that the scholarship was awarded to students attending college in the field of education. If no qualified applicants plan to pursue a career in this field and the selection committee feels that there is a better student for this scholarship, then the scholarship may be awarded in that different career field. The winner this year of the 1000 Kathy McCullough Scholarship is Lindy Vandervleck. Next up is the Bernard and Sandra Meyering Family Scholarship for $1,000. Bernard and Sandra Meyering are lifelong supporters of the McBain school system. Bernard was a student here along with their 3 children and several grandchildren. As a proud Rambler supporter, they still attend many sports events as possible. Bernard worked for the McBain schools as head of maintenance for 43 years, and Sandra was a reading improvement teacher for 34. They truly both have a deep love for further education of students and time that they spent working with them. A scholarship was created in 2015 that honored the professions of their children: construction, nursing, administration, and education. The winner of this year's Bernard and Sandra Meyering Family Scholarship for $1,000 is Aaron Van Brocklin.
Yes.
Next up is the Donald P. Mize Scholarship for $1,000. This fund was established in 2005, and Donald Mize graduated from McBain High School in 1959. He had a 35-year career in education as a teacher, high school principal, and district school administrator in the Dearborn school system. The preference is that the scholarship be awarded to students attending college in the field of education, or if the selection committee feels that there is a better match for the student, then a scholarship may be awarded to another qualifying student in a different career path. This year, the winner of the Donald P. Mize Scholarship for $1,000 is Brianna Wilhelm. Next is the Skierbeck-Thompson Scholarship. This scholarship, there are three scholarships worth $1,000 each. This scholarship was established in 2022 by John and Jennifer Skierbeck in memory of their fathers, Randall J. Skierbeck and David L. Thompson. John and Jennifer are lifelong residents of the McBain area and are both graduates and proud supporters of the McBain School District. John graduated in 1993 and Jennifer in 1995. After high school, John attended Ferris State University and graduated with a degree from Heavy Equipment Technology. Their 3 children attend or have graduated from McBain schools as well. Together, in 2015, John and Jennifer started the Northern Truck Service business in the city of McBain. There are 3 winners for $1,000, Caitlin Butzine, Morgan DeRider, and Emma Kirkby. Next, we have the Todd Seeley Scholarship. That is worth $2,000. There are one of these. The scholarship fund was established in 2016 by Todd Seeley. Mr. Seeley is a 1986 graduate of McBain Schools. This fund was established to further the education of students studying in the following areas: construction trades, landscape design, commercial building design, carpentry, metals technology and welding, mechanical engineering, construction engineering, mechanical drafting, construction project management, building design, construction, materials selection and management, building and construction, architecture, surveying, or another related field. This year for $2,000, our Todd Seeley Scholarship goes to Calvin McGillis. Our next scholarship is the Westphere Memorial Scholarship, a scholarship for $1,000. The Westphere Memorial Scholarship Fund was established in 2017 by Beverly Winkle and Marcia Sontman in honor and memory of their parents, Frank and Jane Westphere, and their sister, Debbie Kennedy. Frank and Jane were partial owners of the local auto body shop and were lifelong residents of McBain. They were both very active in the community and strong supporters of McBain Public School. Mr. Westpher was president of the school board when he died in 1966. Debbie graduated in 1967, attended Calvin College, and graduated with a BS degree in music. Debbie passed away in 2007 from ovarian cancer. It is preferred that this scholarship be awarded to students who are planning to pursue a career in music, auto body repair, or medical field. This $1,000 scholarship goes to Trenton Nolan. Next, we have the general fund scholarship. There are 3 scholarships, each worth $2,000 each, for 3 winners. The McBain Rural Agricultural School Foundation Scholarship was established in 2014. This scholarship is funded by contributions made to the MRASF and are not designated for one or another specific scholarship. The funds generated by an annual auction held each spring and generously supported by the McBain community and area merchants, and are also used to support this scholarship. The scholarship is funded in perpetuity. This year's winners are Sydney Flynn, Lily Sullivan, and Brianna Wilhelm. We're getting to the end here. I apologize for the lengthiness of this, but so important to recognize all these kids and reward for their hard work over 4 years and their next steps in their careers. Our next award I will read about, the Peter J. Vanderpool Award. This scholarship fund was established in 2014 by an anonymous McBain alumnus in honor of Peter J. Vanderpool. Mr. Vanderpool was a teacher for several years and later superintendent who guided the McBain School District through consolidations for an additional 27 years into the district it is today. Mr. Vanderpool retired in 1972, and the scholarship was awarded to the recipient of the Peter J. Vanderpool Award, which is established in 1976 and is the most prestigious award that is provided to a graduating senior. And because it is that prestigious, I do want to we had 3 nominations, and I wanted to quickly just kind of overview. We go through a process, our staff, and I'm not involved in that process, but our staff nominates the top 3 candidates that would fit the mold of Mr. Vanderpool. And with those criteria in mind, we have 3 nominations. And in those nominations, these 3 young ladies went through a process of interviews. If anybody has talked or went through interviews, and not everybody likes interviews. It's very difficult to do, but these 3 young ladies are just outstanding individuals, and I want to recognize all 3 of them tonight as nominees. We will, however, be announcing the winner at graduation tomorrow. So we will not be announcing the winner of the Peter J. tonight. But these 3 young ladies, very, very proud of them, all 3. I want to recognize them tonight in front of everyone. Caitlin Buttsy, Annalise Verdine, and Cora McClay. So you guys can stand out in front of everybody. Okay, we're going to transition real quickly here. We have a special person in the audience tonight that would like to have some closing remarks and a special message for our seniors. Mr. Dwayne Ellenboss is in the house tonight, and he's going to come to the stage and give us a few closing remarks and speak to our seniors with a very special message. So, guys, just hold on here just a sec.
Where's
son. I understand that I am wired for sound. Is that true? Can you hear me? Well, it's been 2001 was the last time I was here, and then I had a little accident in September of 2 years ago. I fell in my own home, living alone, and I don't know all the details, but it wasn't a whole lot of fun, I know that. So I've been working my way back with the ability to walk. I hope to be here another year, and I hope to walk up here. That's my problem, or it's my challenge, okay? First off, I want to say congratulations to all these quality young McBain graduates here this evening. We've been doing it for, I don't know, maybe you said 15, 16, 18 years. And I intend to continue that. And I want to continue to be involved personally. But I'm also, I had a birthday 3 days ago. And I'm now 90 years old. And I'm enough of a realist to know that that's not going to go on forever. So I want you to know that regarding scholarships from Ellen Boss will continue in the hands of the young man who wheeled me out here, my son, Steve Ellen Boss. Where are you, Steve? Can you come out a minute? This is my son, okay? He's my bodyguard, and he's a mighty fine young man. And when I no longer can make it, he's going to make sure that the Ellen Boss scholarships continue as long as they're needed. So I just wanted you to all know that. Thank you, Steve. I love that big guy. I tell you, he's been a pleasure for 63 years already. Okay, back to why we're here tonight. I just wanted to say congratulations to all of you. I have something in common with all of you. I graduated from McBain Rural Agricultural School, only it was 73 years ago. That's serious exciting stuff, isn't it? I lived through part of the Great Depression, the Second World War, Korean War, Vietnam War, and several recessions in the business world of my life, and I remember all of those things. One thing I really like to remember when I'm here with you kids is as in our senior year, and maybe you still do it, we had a senior trip. Do you still do a senior trip of some kind? Well, back in 1950, it was an exciting year. It was, the senior year we were planning the baccalaureate, the commencement, and the graduation. And most importantly, we had our senior trip. And this is the part I want to impress you with. We went to Washington, D.C. for about a week in one of our school buses. The old bus, can you imagine going like this all the way to Washington, D.C. in an old school bus? It was a great trip. I sure do remember it. I just wanted to share that with you. One thing I want to say to you, and I couldn't be more serious, I have lived here in the United States of America now for 90 years as of 3 days ago. And it has been a great place for me to live, my family to live. And I just hope and pray that you kids all feel the same way. We're always having problems in this country of ours, but somehow we always come out and have done a great job, so I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen again. But it's a great place to live. I suggest you stay right here and make good things happen, okay? I do have a few thoughts on education, life, and work, and just some thoughts. Dreams can become reality through hard work. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Anything worth doing is worth doing enthusiastically. Give it your best shot. In education, in work, and in life, do and be your very best. Then hold up your head knowing you gave it your best shot, and that will help. In our relationships with people, treat others with dignity and respect. Most of the time it will be returned. If it isn't, know that you did the honorable thing. When it's decision time in your life, and our life is just a series of decisions, when you make a decision and it doesn't feel just right down here in your stomach or your heart or wherever I call it, back off, give it a couple of days, and then take another look. Sometimes you just snap judgments don't turn out as well as we would like them to. This is one of my favorite subjects. Oh gosh, so this is a long time ago. A young man came to me and he said, he was on his way to college, and he said, Mr. Ellenboss, I'd like to be financially independent someday, and how do I do that? And I said, well, Tim, I can give you my 3 rules. The first rule is if you want to have something, work very hard, spend less than you make, and invest wisely. Rule number 2, if you never want to have anything, spend everything you make, because anything you buy will wear out or rust out or go out of style. And 4, if you want to get into deep trouble financially, spend more than you make. And those aren't pretty results. I've seen it happen. Here are just a few more things. All of you young folks are our future. This world is going to be, you're going to be in charge of it and responsible, and just a few short years you're going to be in positions of responsibility and authority. All of us who are your seniors in terms of years, we've had our shot at it, and now we're handing you the torch. So in just a few years, we're going to be your responsibility, I guess. But anyway, the future of this country is going to be in hands of young folks like you. So, and then I would say one other thing, and this is a personal thing. You need to take good care of you. Physically, mentally, emotionally. It's your job to do the best you can to take care of this good body that has been given to you. And ultimately, you will feel good about yourself for having done it. So with that, I would just simply like to say that I'm so grateful to be here today. I hope that a year from now, I'm able to be back here, and I'm planning on walking. I've been working on trying to get my walking ability back. I want to get rid of this wheelbarrow. So that's where I am, and I just simply want to say that I hope and pray that life will be very kind for everybody in this room, and certainly all of you young folks, and I just wish all of you the very best. Thank you. Just a little guy, but he's that's why he's my bodyguard.
Thank you, Mr. Ellenboss, and thank you, Steve. I appreciate those words. Every time I hear you say them, I remember your kind remarks, and I've taken them to heart and passed them along myself. So, thank you for that. We are at the end of our program, but I do want to just take a moment to special thanks for some people. Heather Short, my high school administrative assistant, she's the real boss of the office. She helped with everything, getting things around, so I appreciate her so much. Mrs. Megan Watkins, our high school counselor, who's backstage, who doesn't like to be out here. Thank you for her. As well as Riley St. John, our career and college advisor this year, getting to know the kids and helping them along. Our tech department, as I said earlier, Dylan, Jacob, and Cole, thank you guys for all you do. First class always. Mr. Gary Vanna, our senior class advisor, helping with everything, as well as our custodial staff, Daryl, John, Chris, Garrick, Amy, Ron, all the guys that help set the place up and clean up around here. Our place looks great because of them. One more last thing I want to leave you with, and this is something this year because of Miss St. John and also Mrs. Watkins, their organization and keeping track of all of you kids and what you've done throughout the course of the year and scholarships that you've earned from universities, 4-year, 2-year colleges, college and trade schools, CTC programs, things of that nature, as well as over $93,000 tonight. Our total amount they have added together to be $713,000. Let that sink in. Again, these kids have earned these dollars, and they're for their future. And I appreciate you spending an hour and a half with us tonight. I really do appreciate everything that you do to support our kids and our school district. Thank you for coming tonight. Drive safe. Have a good evening.